great life. Right here. With your great life. Right here. With your great life. With your great life. Right here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, karibu sana and welcome. It is the right time to begin the program, and we are just jumping into the part where we'd like to see some few words from our leadership, of course, from the Kenya Motorsport Federation, and just give us a guidance on to, what the year has been and what they have in store for us tonight. Sean?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if we can have your attention, I hope you've enjoyed your dinner. And now we get to the business end of things, as Eddie was saying. It's time for the speeches, and I'd like to invite, first of all, the event director for the WRC Safari Rally, and also a director of the Kenya Motorsports Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for Jim Kambura.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. First is to welcome all the drivers, their navigators, their parents who are already here. Staff from the Ministry of Sport, directors of KMSF who are here, sponsors, thank you very much, you guys, for coming. But before I go on, I want to invite Sarah from EABL to come and say a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and invited guests as well, our media partners. It's a pleasure to have been invited in this glorious ceremony just to celebrate the achievements that we had in the previous year. So I really hope you've been able to enjoy what, as you came in, a small sampling thing we had outside, and we hope to continue working with this journey with the Federation. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Now it's my pleasure to invite the chairman of Kenya Motorsports Federation, Mr. Phineas Kimathi, to say a few words. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries present, Ministry of Youth Affairs, Sports and the Arts, officials present today, competitors, support team, sponsors, good evening. Good evening once more. Have you been fed? So I expect that level of energy. But here we don't talk about energy, we talk about RPMs, isn't it? Can we do a bit of over-revving tonight? Can we do that? Right, I'm just going to kick off the prize-giving ceremony. We're not going to have very long speeches today, and we're going to make it very, very simple. And with that, I want to give my first appreciation award to East African Breweries for stepping in to save and run the Kenya National Rally Championship 2022. Sarah, please do come and receive your trophy. Before I proceed, I have another person to award, but she will not get a trophy. And this is my wife, who has allowed me to be all over the place running this sport, Jane Kimathi. If you could stand and just we appreciate you. With that, we got a lot of support from different companies at different points, and I am sure there's a team from KCB Bank present today. If you could just stand, we appreciate you for supporting the WRC Safari Rally for all the years. Can we give them a big round of applause? In addition to that, we have very, very good partners in aviation, and that is Kenya Airways, who supported the Kenya Rally Stars team, who were able to take part in 5 Junior World Rally Championships and the entire Africa Rally Championship. Kenya Airways, please. Yes, if you could just turn and wave. I'm sure some people will be talking to you later, because these people are either aeronautical engineers or pilots of very big planes. Then we have the communications giant, Safaricom, who supported the FI Rally Stars or Kenya Rally Stars, again all the way to Europe and the entire Africa. Safaricom, please, if you could just acknowledge. And then I have the green and red beautiful supermarkets, QuickMart, who supported a team in the WRC Safari Rally, and they were our supermarket partners. They were able to set up supermarkets along the way to avoid unnecessary movement by spectators and sometimes even competitors. QuickMart, please, would you stand so that we acknowledge you? I am sure that there are several competitors here who benefited from various sponsors. I do not want to get into the details because some of those sponsors are so key that if I start mentioning the companies, I might offend them. Can you imagine, for example, the greatest parent of 2022, Baba Wakaran Patel? If you could just stand, I think you're the greatest sponsor. We acknowledge you. Wapi? And he represents all the parents who must have engaged their bank managers to make sure that their daughters and sons, and sometimes in some cases spouses, went to compete in various sporting or motorsporting disciplines. Let's give every parent and sponsor a big round of applause for their commitment. Having acknowledged everybody, we are not able to run the championship without the commitment of the directors of the Kenya Motorsports Federation. We have 15 clubs, and every club has an opportunity to nominate a director who sits in the board of Kenya Motorsports Federation. With that, I want to request the directors present to make their way to the podium so that we can quickly take a photo to be included in the profile of KMSF 2023. A number of these directors are aged over 50. It might take them time to get here.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please let's give this gentleman a big round of applause. As you heard from the man himself, running of the motorsports in this country would not be possible with these great minds and partners from various clubs around the country. Asante sana to all the board members. Thank you.
This team has a secretariat that is led by the general manager. Mr. Maura, please, if you could just wave, we appreciate your work. And at this stage, just allow me to launch a very important book. The National Competition Regulations that governs all motorsporting regulations in Kenya. KMSF is the ASN, or Automobile Sporting National, representing FIA France and FIA Geneva in Kenya. This is a book that will govern motorsports for the next 1 year, and it has been put together with the input of a number of experts led by a task force that we introduced recently, and the members of that task force that put together some of the amendments to make sure that we get more entrants. If those members could stand so that I can appreciate them. That's Goofy Barbara. I know Carl Tundo is not here, and a few other members. Just allow me to also acknowledge the members of the appeals board present here today, led by the lawyer, James Kushuru. At the same time, we have key members of the Ministry of Sports. I know we have the youth and the arts, but today we are sports. And that team is led by none other than Nasmiu Asike, who's the Chief of Staff in the Cabinet Secretary's office. And at this point, I would like to give the Cabinet Secretary's apologies because he had to attend to something urgent out of the city, but he requested me to be very firm and strong and make sure that this event runs the way it should run. Let us acknowledge the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Youth, Sports and the Arts, Honorable Ababu Namwamba. Our PS was also meant to be here. They are in the process of making sure that they take over